Hey everybody, welcome to this video. And when I was in Frontier Mountains, I got a message from a friend of the channel, Hi Ping, saying, "Don't forget to get the worker sledge mallet quest. So that it's the OT port hammer. If anyone doesn't know, it's a hammer that it procs and it ports you. I believe it ports you on the boat here. I'm not really sure." But what you need to do is you need to get the undead foreman here. First, you have to get um, aimable, and I believe it was a jade. And since we're an evil race, you start out at apprehensive. So he's like, "Yeah, be sure to do that." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." And honestly, I got to doing some other things before I before I started looking into it. Now, to raise the faction, what you need to do is you need to kill Sarnak Berserkers. And I have, and get these right here. The Sarnak Warbraid. Now, they drop these every time. The thing is, they're pretty hard to find. Now, there is two spawns that I've seen. I'm going to show you right now. Um, it's kind of tough. So, well, I'm running to the first one here. If you exit and you're on the west wall of the over there, there is one that should spawn over here, and it's either him or a Sarnak Knight that can spawn. And it's gonna be somewhere like right over here. He actually spawned just a little. I actually saw one spawn just a little while ago, and what he did was he actually wandered over here to the wall. And he wandered up the wall up here to the gargoyles, and the gargoyles ended up killing him. But normally, what I've noticed is that this berserker is camped all the time. People are trying to raise their faction to do the quest. Uh, Normally, if you don't have track, this is really a pain in the butt quest because berserkers are just really hard to find. You can't track them. Like I said, there is this one stationary one that should spawn right over here somewhere. It's either him or a knight. And I'm going to show you where this other one is. Um, I actually checked it out. It's over here by the gargoyles, and he's just a stationary spawn. Once he spawns, he doesn't actually wander like this one we just saw here. But yeah, so I was looking at the wiki, and if you're like an evil race, a dark elf, ogre, troll, not Ixar, but one of those three, and possibly even some of the other race class combinations, but for sure the evil ones. It takes you 11 turn-ins. You need four of those Sarnak whips. In fact, see, so here is the gargoyles right here. And if you look right across by the trail here, there is a static spawn. It just spawns and just sits there. It actually happens to be a berserker this time, which is pretty cool. I've seen it be the other two, not the knight, but the other. See, it could be, I think, four different ones. It could be this berserker, the knight, or two other different named ones, which doesn't matter. They're both bastards. They're shamans. And I was telling you, I didn't like shamans. I actually tried to kill one that was a shaman here just to kind of free up the placeholder because somebody was camping the berserker over here, which seems to be a pretty regular occurrence. In fact, that was the first time actually I haven't seen somebody killing him over there. But yeah, he ate my lunch bad. I had to escape into the outpost here because that shaman just tore me up. Something terrible. So if you do have this cam, if you're gonna do the quest and you have this cam, like I said, there's the one that is here as well as you can check this one here. Now back to what I was saying. So if you are the troll, not shadow, not troll or dark elf or ogre, it's gonna take you 11 turn-ins to go from apprehensive to aimable, and then it's going to take you 20 more turn-ins to go from aimable. Oh, I'm sorry. It takes 11 to go from apprehensive to indifferent. I'm so sorry, guys. And then 20 more quest turn-ins to go from indifferent to aimable. Now you got to turn in 4 at a time. So yeah, I mean that doesn't seem too bad. That doesn't seem too bad, right? So you're kind of like, why are you kind of complaining about it? And I'm gonna tell you why. So this is to anyone that might make a Ogre Shadow Knight, specifically an Ogre Shadow Knight, like me. I remember I was telling you guys when I was doing the Velius. I'm gonna just wait to see if this guy spawns. When I did the Velius videos, that I picked Khazak Thul, and I wasn't sure if the giants in Velius would be KOS to me, because I know if you picked Ralazek, they would not be KOS to you. But I wasn't sure about Khazak Thul, and it turns out that even though I've selected Khazak Thul as my deity, I still was not KOS to the giants. So I was like, all right, well, I guess it really doesn't matter what deity you pick as a Shadow Knight. Oh, here we go. So here's what the spawn is. Oh, it turned out to be a Berserker. Okay, so yeah, this one's always either going to be a Berserker or a Knight. I'm actually not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him, and I'll explain that here in a second. Anyway, so yeah, as you'll see, as I'm talking, you'll see he's going to wander this way, and we'll actually follow him to his death as I talk, unless I finish talking before then. But regardless, whatever. Yeah. So I was saying it doesn't seem like there's any real downsides to picking Khazak for Shadow Knight as opposed to Relisek. Now, actually, that is I don't say a terrible idea, but it's actually not. It doesn't work out in my favor. I mean, lore-wise, Shadow Knights and Relisek don't really mix. I mean, Khazak Thul makes the most sense for that. But if you look here, actually, got the page up. Let me pull up here. So for me, if you are, let me make that big. Here we go. If you are an Ogre Shadow Knight, a Khazak Thul, it takes you 88 turn-ins for the quest just to get you from apprehensive to indifferent, as opposed to like if you're an Ogre Shadow Knight Realizek, it only takes you 11. I have no freaking clue why it's going to take me 88 turn-ins to get there, because and I was thinking, okay, so what if it's because it's Khazak Thul, right? Maybe they just don't like the Khazak Thul. But if you look down here, if you're a troll Shadow Knight that worships Khazak Thul, it takes you 11. Once again, it takes you 11 to level up to go from apprehensive to indifferent. So I really don't get it whatsoever. Heck, even a troll Shadow Knight goes with following Interrot, it takes 11. So for some odd reason, if you're Khazak Thul troll, it's 88. I don't get it. It just baffles the crap out of me. Honestly, because it's real hard to find those berserkers. Where'd he go? Let's find him. Because here he is. A little harder to find him, even though I've showed you the two spots. Most people camp this guy here. This is the first time I've seen, like I said, nobody actually camping him. Um, you could get him, but I just don't want to do it 88 times. I just don't have it in me. I just really don't have it in me, to be honest with you. But also there's another reason too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get the hammer the way that everybody else does, which is using the it's a it's an item I think you get from the plane of fear, where the puppet strings, that's what it's called. Sorry, it makes you aimable to a mob. So basically, I'm gonna have to use that actually to get the mallet. Now, you're asking why I'm not just going to go and sit and put the time in and kill them. And the reason why is I was doing some thinking. And it was actually brought to my attention. So, and I didn't know this, by the way. So when Chardock 2.0, I think I said that right, comes out, there's quests you can do where you actually need good faction with the Sarnax, because they apparently drop, or there's a quest, a chain quest that gives you a really amazing item. See, look, so the gargoyles just go to town on him and kill him, and then he respawns, and it's the same cycle all over again. But yeah, so apparently there is a really amazing item at the end of the quest chain with the Sarnax, and if you can, I suppose, keep your faction not too terrible with them, it'll make it a little easier to get that item. Um, it's kind of what my thinking is on the whole issue. Whether or not I will get high enough to ever end up doing that chain and getting a faction, whatever, who's to say? I don't know. But I know for a fact it's an easy win to get the worker or the hammer with the puppet strings than the other, with the other faction. So that's why I'm deciding not to go ahead and just kill these berserkers. But I just wanted to share this with you. If anyone decides to make an Ogre Shadow Knight like me, not that I'm trying to inspire anybody, but if somebody gets a wild hair and they're like, I want to make a character like Boss Hog, I want to make an Ogre Shadow Knight. What faction should I play? Well, if you want an easy way to get the hammer, don't pick Kha'Zix-Dul. Pick Relisek, because apparently Kha'Zix-Dul kind of gets dumped on a little bit. Yeah. And what kind of sucks is I was hoping, I didn't even think about it, but I was hoping that maybe with the introduction to this bear shamans killing these cliff columns, I didn't think anyone could kill those solo, but man, that's amazing. Look at this. Jeez. Things like probably got a ton of hit points. Shamans really are amazing. Look at this. Golly. Anyway, I digress. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. Anyway, pick Relisek, guys, if you want it easily. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So the XR Shadow Knight weapon, Green Mist, that's what it's called. I was hoping at some point they'd make it, because later on every race can use it if they're worshiping Kha'Zix-Dul, I think. Um, and I think that was going to be a possibility here on P99, but I don't know if they're actually going to implement it. And I was hoping they would. It was also one of the reasons why I picked Kha'Zix-Dul, because, I'd like to get the actual Shadow Knight epic, but, it'd be kind of cool if I could be friendly with the XR and get the Green Mist at some point, if that's something that I could be able to wield at some point, yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen. So, yeah. Long story short, play Relisek. If you're playing an Ogre, always play Relisek. Can't go wrong. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I will speak to y'all again next time. Bye now.